Good morning students. Myself Udaya. I am working as assistant professor in the Department of Agricultural Engineering, Sri Shanmuga College of Engineering and Technology. So in this video, we are going to learn basics about surveying, that is fundamentals of surveying. Surveying, it is the art and science of measuring distances and angles. So why we need to measure distances and angles? In order to determine relative position of various points on the earth surface. Okay, so let me tell you what is relative position. Relative position means position of your point or location of your point with respect to a reference point. Okay, so that is, for example, if someone is asking for any particular location, we can direct them by saying so go straight for some 100 meter, then turn right, and in the second building maybe the address you asked for. Like that we are giving them some reference location. So that reference point is called relative position of a particular object with respect to a reference point. Okay, so for this purpose we are measuring distances and angles. Okay, we are asking them to walk for 100 meters, some for example some 100 meter, turn right, turn left, like that we are giving them directions. Okay, so surveying is generally art and science of measuring distances and angles to determine relative position of various points on above or below the earth surface. Okay, and now coming to the purposes of surveying, purpose maybe uses. Okay, surveying is generally used to prepare various kinds of maps. Okay, so there are different types of maps available. We can prepare all types of maps by doing surveying. So we will discuss here a few types. The first one, we can prepare topographical map. Topographical map, the meaning of the word topo means earth surface. Topographical map means the map which contain all the earth surface features. Okay, so for example, this map will contain all the earth surface features like hills, valleys, rivers, villages, forests, towns. So all the earth surface features may be contained in this topographical map. And also we can prepare a cadastral map. Cadastral map, it is the one which shows the land ownership details. It shows the boundaries of the properties. Okay, so houses, if we are buying or selling any property, that land ownership details, it can be mentioned in this cadastral map. Next, coming to engineering map. So engineering maps, it shows details of various engineering works, engineering projects like road construction, bridge construction, like railways, reservoir. All the engineering construction activities are mentioned in engineering map. Next, we can prepare other maps like geological map, contour map, military maps. Each map serves its own purpose. For example, contour map, it is used to determine location or relative position of various points. Contour in general, it is imaginary line which connects points having equal elevation. Contour line, it's an imaginary line which is connecting points having equal elevation. So as you see in this image, so this is the contour map. Okay, so here you will be able to see number of circles. So each circle indicates a relative position, the reduced level of that particular point. Okay, and also by doing surveying we will be able to plot a profile of any structure. Profile in the sense plan, building plan, or plan of any irrigation channel. So by plotting the profile, we will be able to compute the capacity of that particular object. For example, we can determine the capacity of reservoir, like that. And also by doing surveying, we will be able to determine relative position of various locations with respect to known benchmark, like that. So for example, we can determine a position of any hill stations with respect to mean sea level. And coming to the objectives of surveying, the first thing, by doing surveying, we will be able to collect the data about earth surface features, and we can record the data. We will write the recorded one, like collected information like distances and angles on our field book. Then with that data we will be able to compute areas and volumes, and by computing areas and volumes, we will prepare plans and maps for various activities. Okay, so these are the objectives of surveying. Coming to the principles of surveying, we have two basic principles of surveying. One is working from whole to the part. Here the whole area to be surveyed is divided into n number of triangles, well conditioned triangles. So by measuring the sides of the triangle, we can compute we can compute area of each individual triangle. So by summing up all the areas, we will be able to calculate the total area. Okay. So this is working from whole to the part. We have to skip working from part to the whole. Okay. So working from whole to the part is advisable, but working from part to the whole is not advisable, because if we are working from part to the whole, even small errors are magnified and become uncontrollable at the end. But in the previous case, if any mistake done in any triangle, the mistake can be identified in that particular triangle itself and can be corrected easily. Okay, so that's why we prefer working from whole to the part. So here you will be able to see the total area, so divided into number of triangles. That triangle should be particularly a well conditioned triangle. Well conditioned triangle is that no angle should be less than 30 degree and greater than 120 degree. That is well conditioned triangle. Next, the second principle, to locate a new station by at least two measurements. That is, we are going to locate a new point by measuring any two distances or any two angles or one distance and one angle. Okay, so as we do in our childhood geometry, in order to plot a position of a new point, so we will be doing these principles. Okay. So this is about the fundamentals of surveying. So in this video, on a quick recap, we have discussed about what is the definition of surveying. Surveying is the art and science of measuring distances and angles to determine relative positions. Okay. So then why are we doing surveying? What are the uses of surveying? To prepare plans and maps. So these are the uses. There are so many kinds of maps available. We can prepare all kinds of maps with the help of surveying. Next, next we have discussed about objectives of surveying. Objective, to collect and record the data. We can compute areas and volumes. Then we can prepare plans and maps. These are the objectives of surveying. Next, we have discussed about the principles, two basic principles of surveying. That is working from whole to the part. Then to locate a new station by at least two measurements. Okay. So thank you for watching. Um, this is the example for locating a new station by at least two measurements. Okay, as you see, we can determine the location C by measuring any two distances or any two angles or one distance and one angles. Okay, so thank you for watching. Thank you.